everyone, I am Sammy, your devoted manga otaku, and welcome to my manga space. Today, I am hauling a ton of pre-orders. Some are new, some I've been saving so I could haul a few volumes of this series at once, and some are from months and months ago. I think the oldest package is from March, so yeah, it's time. The majority of these packages are from Indigo. I think one or two were from Amazon. Honestly, Indigo is a staple for me when it comes to pre-ordering manga, and I've been shopping there a lot more recently since Rightstuf stopped offering free shipping to Canada with a minimum purchase. Plus, if you live in Canada, Rightstuf is better for bulk purchases, whereas Indigo is better for smaller hauls. Speaking of Indigo, I'm excited to announce that I recently became an Indigo affiliate. So to all my fellow Canadians in the manga community, please consider using my Indigo affiliate link. You can find it in the description below. And to the people who generally shop at Rightstuf, my Rightstuf affiliate link is also below. It does help support the channel and makes it easier for me to give back to you folks. And with that said, I invite you to grab a coffee or other beverage of your choice, and let's haul some manga. Okay, so we're going to start with this package here. It's one of those annoying packages where you have to lift the front. I really like when Indigo uses those, I don't know what they're called, but you just rip the strip in the back. Opens so much nicer than these. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Maybe. And the first volume that we're hauling today is volume 9 of My Boy. I really love this cover. It's so pretty. And this is by Hitomi Takano, and this is published by Vertical, and it's rated, I'm pretty sure it's rated 16 plus. It doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure it's rated 16 plus. I haven't started this series yet, simply because I've been waiting for this final volume. I prefer binging manga, especially these shorter series, so I'm really happy that this set is now complete. Basically, My Boy is a seinen series centering around the odd relationship between a 30-year-old woman and a 12-year-old boy. From my understanding, this isn't a romantic relationship. These characters are just lonely and find comfort in each other's company. I've been really eager to start this series as it reminds me of After the Rain. Not that the storylines are in any way similar, but because it features a very unusual relationship where the characters help each other grow. I'm very intrigued by this series and I'm really looking forward to starting it. Okay, and next we are going to haul a volume of manga that is already unboxed. And that is volume 8 of Spy Family. This is by Tatsuya Endo. This is rated, I think it's just rated 14 plus. It's rated teen, older teen, and it is published by Viz. So I've already read this. Spy Family is one of those series that I devour as soon as it's delivered, but I always regret it after because the release dates are few and far between. I think volume 9 releases in March 2023, which is literally 6 months away. I'm super thankful that the anime is picking up again in October though. It'll definitely fill the void for a while. Also, I have to mention, I adore the cover of volume 9 so much. Becky is such a vibe. I probably don't have to go into too many details here, but just in case you've never heard of Spy Family, it's a story about a master spy who needs to build a family for a top secret mission. But he unknowingly adopts a little girl with telepathic powers and agrees to a sham marriage with a woman who's secretly a deadly assassin. The series is extremely hilarious and wholesome, and it comes highly recommended from me. It doesn't matter what you like in manga, this series has a little bit of something for everyone. I'm really looking forward to talking about this volume in my manga wrap-up. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, spoke too soon. Alright, and up first we have the back of Blood on the Tracks. This is volume 9. These covers are getting so cool. And then already unboxed, I have volume 10. And then I also have another volume. Today just isn't my day. I like these boxes because they really do protect the manga in the mail, but alright, here we go. And then we have volume 11, which is my favorite cover so far. The gold butterflies. I love how the first, the first 7 volumes of the series are all pictures of the mother and her son, and it shows them spending time at festivals, you know, smiling in portraits. And then the further you get into the series, the crazier it gets. The covers reflect that, and I just think it looks really cool. So Blood on the Tracks is rated 16+. It is written by Shuzo Oshimi, and it is published by Vertical. I am so excited to dive into these volumes. I've been saving them for a while now because they're a fairly quick read. I can consume a volume in about 15 minutes, so I'm very happy to have 3 volumes to binge. It's really hard to talk about Blood on the Tracks without spoiling anything, so I can't say much, but the series closely follows a very unhealthy and manipulative relationship between a mother and her preteen son. It's a very heavy and triggering series. I would not recommend this to anyone sensitive to physical, emotional, or psychological abuse. With that said, I do recommend this to anyone who can handle the subject matter. Oshimi Sensei's art is impeccable, and the story is very suspenseful and addictive. I can't wait to find out what happens next, and if you're looking for a new horror manga for the upcoming spooky season, this would definitely be a really good option. Okay, next we're gonna open this one. It's quite heavy. That's how it's done. Oh, I see the spine. Alright, so we have volume 1 of Tokyo Revengers. Oh, it feels really cool. This is story and art by Ken Wakui? I'm sorry, I butchered that. I'll definitely have to look up the pronunciation of this mangaka's name. This is published by 7 Seas, and it is rated 15+ or older teen. I know a lot of people were complaining about the paper quality. Mine looks pretty good. I think there was just a problem with paper availability, and so they ended up printing some of the manga on just basic manga paper, but looks like I ended up with one of the higher quality paper qualities. Tokyo Revengers is an ongoing series, which surprised me. I thought it was finished, but nope, it's still going. I actually have no clue what this is about or if I'm even going to like it, but I bought it because everyone has been talking about it, which has made me very curious. I think it's about gangs, maybe? I'm not sure, but I think it'll be fun going into this blind and seeing what I think. I recently saw that the second installment is out already, but I'm gonna hold off buying any more volumes until I've read this, just because I am so unsure if it will match my tastes. The reviews on Goodreads are pretty good though, so that's a plus. If this is a series that you recommend, please let me know in the comment section below. And now we're gonna haul another manga that's already unboxed, and that is volume 8 of The Way of the Househusband. This is by Kousuke Oono. This is rated older teen, and it is published by Viz. It's been a while since I read a volume of The Way of the Househusband. I haven't even read volume 7 yet because I wanted to save a couple volumes and binge them in one sitting, as these are pretty quick reads. Essentially, this is an ongoing slice of life series following the adventures of an ex-Yakuza member named Tatsuya, who left the gangster life, got married, and is now pursuing a stay-at-home husband lifestyle. This is a 5-star series for me. I always have a great time with this manga. It's highly entertaining, and it never fails to make me laugh. I'm trying to catch up reading volumes of series I've already started, so I'm hoping to get to this soon. It looks like Tatsuya goes golfing. That's gonna be fun. Alright, we're going to try opening this one here. Alright, and we have the final volume of Wotakoi, Love is Hard for Otaku. This is written by Fujita. This is published by Kodansha, and it is rated 16+. I love the cover of this. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's a mixture of matte and glossy finish on the cover. It looks so good. There's a little mark on my cover, but I wonder if I can just... This is one of those pre-orders that I've been very eager to open because, one, the entire manga community has been talking about it since it came out, and 2, I read volumes 1 and 2 of Wotakoi way back in 2018 when they first released, and I decided that I wanted to hold off reading the rest of the series until it was fully published. So I've been waiting roughly 4 years to binge this. I could have read volumes as they were coming out, but there was a 2-year gap between volumes 3 and 4, and there was a year gap between 4 and 5, so I decided it'd just be better to wait. Also, I think one of the reasons why it took so long is because most of the series is in an omnibus format. This is volume 11, so it's just a regular sized volume. But the other volumes are quite a bit chunkier. I think you guys can see them here, but there are 2 volumes in each of these omnibus editions. So, because it's been a while, I only remember bits and pieces of the story, but essentially the narrative follows 4 office working adults who are all secretly otaku. 2 of the characters have been dating for years, while the other 2 characters start a relationship of convenience after realizing they can be their authentic selves with each other. I recall thoroughly loving the characters, especially the main couple, because they reminded me a lot of my husband and I. I'm really looking forward to revisiting this series from the beginning. I'm almost positive that this will become a favorite josei manga in my collection. Alright, so we're gonna open up another package here. We're opening a lot nicer now. And we have... Man, I keep revealing them backwards, but that way I get to look at the cover, so. We have volume 7 of Love of Kill, and the back, Chateau looks so scared on the back. But yes, this is volume 7 of Love of Kill, and then I also have volume 8, and it's a little dinged up on the corner. I don't know if you guys can see that. But, oh, it's dinged up right here, too. That sucks. But that's volume 8. And then we also have volume 9, which is stunning. The cover is so pretty. So, Love of Kill is by Fee, I think is how you pronounce it. And it is published by Yen Press, and it is rated... teen. So I read volumes 1 through 6 of Love and Kill earlier this year. I'll leave a card on the screen and link in the description if you're interested in hearing my thoughts and what I had to say on the series, but essentially I thought it was pretty good. And I became more and more invested with every volume. Basically, it's an enemies to lovers type story between an assassin and a bounty hunter. That's a very basic description though, because there's a lot of mystery surrounding these characters, especially the male lead. In volume 6, we got some long-awaited information about the characters and their backstories, so I cannot wait to read more. This is one of those series that I think is perfect for both shonen and shoujo lovers alike, as it blends action and romance really well. Okay, we're gonna open up another package. All right, so we've got the final volume of Those Not So Sweet Boys. I love the cover, it looks so cute. This is by Yoko Nogiri. This is rated 13+, and it is published by Kodansha. This is another series I've been collecting for a long time. I'm super happy to finally have it finished. Those Not So Sweet Boys is about a girl named Midori who's working to help her family financially, even though it's against her school's policy. She ends up getting caught by the chairman of the school board, who makes her an offer. If Midori can convince 3 of her classmates to return to school, she won't be suspended. I've heard that this is a really cute shoujo story, and I'm really excited to read it, despite being a little nervous that it's a reverse harem, because I'm not really a harem person. But the series is only 7 volumes long, so if I don't end up liking it, it wasn't a huge investment. I haven't read any of Nogiri Sensei's other works, but I've heard some really good things about their other series. I do own That Wolf Boy Is Mine, so I'll have to decide which one of their series I want to start first. I think That Wolf Boy Is Mine is less popular than this series, but I could be wrong. It might be better to start with that series and then work my way to this one, but I'm not sure. So if you've read these manga, please let me know in the comment section below which order you'd recommend I read them. Also, I've heard a lot of great things about Love and Focus, which is another series by Yoko Nogiri, and I think that series is only 3 volumes long, so I'll definitely have to look at picking that up as well. I've had it recommended to me a couple times actually in the comment section. And then we're gonna haul something that's already unboxed, and that is volume 16 of Dragon Ball Super. This is by Akira Toriyama and Toyotarou. This is rated teen and it is published by Viz Media. My husband hasn't started reading Super yet, but we didn't want to fall behind collecting the volumes. I gotta say, I really love this cover and I'm very intrigued by this character. I love his aesthetic. He looks like a steampunk Super Saiyan with his like monocle and his gun. A Super Saiyan with a gun. It's very peculiar. Also, I really like his minty hair. All right, we're not almost done. We're about 2/3 of the way. Okay, so we have a couple manga in this package. And the first one I'm going to talk about is volume 3 of Sex Ed 120%. This is the manga package that I ordered back in March. So I'm very happy to see that all the books look like they're in good condition, because I'm way past the point of being able to return anything. But Sex Ed 120%, this is rated, I think it's rated 18+, which is ridiculous, but we'll get to that in a second here. And this is published by Yen Press. Also, story by Kikiki Tataki and art by Hotomura. I don't know if I already said this, but this volume is actually the finale to the series, and I started reading Sex Ed 120% last year. I've only read the first volume, but I found it extremely wholesome and educational. Basically, the narrative follows an all-girls high school phys ed teacher who is committed to giving her class an informative and sex-positive sex education. Her approach to the subject is unorthodox. She's bold and unabashedly talks about sex and puberty, but her lectures are very entertaining and extremely factual. I really enjoyed the first volume of this series. The art is great, the characters are sweet, and the sex education was both inclusive and useful. Lastly, it's worth noting that yes, this series is rated 18+, it's wrapped in plastic. I can't speak for the whole series, but in the first volume, there weren't any gratuitous sex scenes or over-sexualized characters. I would say that an older teen rating would have been more appropriate. Anyways, hauling this volume makes me really excited to revisit and finally finish this series. And then the second book in this box, we have volume 4 of Golden Japanesque, A Splendid Yokohama Romance by Kaho Miyasaka. This is rated older teen and it is published by Yen Press. This series is currently on the chopping block. I wasn't entirely impressed with the first 3 volumes, especially volume 3, which introduces an annoying male rival, and I told myself that I'd give this series one more volume to sway me. The story is a pretty generic romance shoujo. It follows the relationship between a wealthy boy and a working class girl who's also mixed race and has blonde hair and blue eyes. Being set in Meiji era Japan, I thought the setting would add some unique layers to the story, but I was kind of let down. Overall, the series up to this point is a 3-star read for me. It's not bad, it's just okay. I'm going to try and read this fairly soon because I'm currently planning an unhaul video, and depending on my thoughts, this series might be included. So I forgot my knife upstairs, and hopefully I don't break a nail opening this. Alright, and we have volume 2 of Fangirl. Every time. Actually, the back looks really cool though. And that's the front. So Fangirl is based on the novel by Rainbow Rowell. It's adapted by Sam Meigs and illustrated by Gabi Nam, and it is rated older teen and it is published by Viz. I read the first volume of Fangirl way back in May of last year, and I've been patiently waiting for this next installment since then. The narrative follows a college freshman named Kath who adores hanging out with her twin sister and writing fanfiction. However, her sister has become distant since they started college, which leaves Kath feeling anxious and alone. From here, you watch as Kath slowly discovers her own independence and creates her own social circle. I really liked the first volume of this series. If you want to see the wrap-up where I shared my spoiler-free thoughts, I'll leave a card on the screen and link in the description, but I believe I rated the first volume 4.5 stars. I thought it was an excellent introduction to the story and the characters, and I really, really love Gabi Nam's illustrations. They are super talented. I think this is going to be a 4-volume series once everything is said and done, so I'm seriously considering holding off reading this until all the volumes have been released. I think it'll depend on how long we'll have to wait for volume 3, which has yet to be announced. Alright, we're almost at the end here. Okay, I believe all of these packages are the same series, so we're just gonna start opening them up. I think I'm gonna open the big one first. I think this package has been sitting in my boxed manga mountain for a while as well, so I'm really hoping that the books are in good condition. I'm not sure if I'll be able to return them. I think we're okay. Looks good. Let's go in order. We have volume 2 of Blue Period. And then we have volume 3. And then we've got volume 4. I was looking at the cover here and it looks dirty, but I think that's actually just the cover. And then we have volume 5. And on to the next box. Alright, now we've got volume 6. Volume 7. The covers of these are so cool. I just love how we have all the different characters using different art supplies. This looks so neat. So Blue Period is by Tsubasa Yamaguchi. It is published by Kodansha and it is rated 16+. I was gifted the first volume of Blue Period by my friend Jordaline in our manga swap video from last year, and even though I have yet to start this manga, I went all in and I bought a huge chunk of this series. I believe this is an ongoing seinen manga about art students who do art things. I'm not even going to pretend to know what this is about, but I have heard really, really good things about it, and I think the art style is very well done. I believe volumes 8 and 9 are also available at the moment, but I should really read what I have and just make sure it's something that I enjoy before continuing. Look at those spines though. They look so good. Okay, and we just have one more volume to haul. And that volume is volume 6 of the Apothecary Diaries. This is story by Natsu Hyuga, art by Miko Kurage, compiled by Itsuki Naneo, and character design by Tuko Shino. So lots of credits on this manga. This is published by Square Enix and it is rated teen. If you watched my August manga hauls, you know that I recently hauled volumes 1 through 5 of the Apothecary Diaries, and I've been super eager to read them, but I held off because I knew this book was coming in the mail. Also, I recently saw Marg Reads Manga praise the crap out of this series on her Instagram, and that just makes me want to read it even more. I've talked about this series a lot recently, so I won't get into it too much, but this is a historical fiction story set in Imperial China and follows a girl who's enslaved by the emperor. I've seen a lot of people compare this to Sherlock Holmes, as the main character uses her apothecary skills to solve mysteries and puzzles. I'm really hoping I can get to this series before the end of the month, but I am running out of time. If I'm not able to get to it, I'm definitely going to look at reading this next month, as it sounds like a very bingeable series and it sounds like something I'm going to really enjoy. And that, friends, is the end of my September manga unboxing and haul video. I'd love to know what pre-orders you guys have been eager to read recently, so make sure you let me know in the comment section below. If you're interested in watching more videos from me, you can check out my end card where I'll have links to my most recent videos. I hope you all have a manga-nificent day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!